Hello again. So here we are once again, Corfu's channel. I apologise for the lack of films lately, but I'm an old fart now, you know. I was 76 last week and I've spent it in hospital. Poor wife chipped over and broke her arm in 3 places. Spent 2 weeks in hospital. But it just means I'm going to have to stop sending her on the roof to do the repairs. Bugger it. Anyway, prices. Well, things have gone up a little bit over here. You can expect to be paying around about €5 for a short, bearing in mind that Corfu measures are at the very least double of the English measures. Food is up a little bit. Food in the supermarkets is up by about an average of 10%. This means basically some things are more expensive, some things are less expensive than 10%, some things are 15% up. You've got to shop around, the same as the UK. I mean, for instance, I've been buying butter, one particular pack of butter in one supermarket at £2.19. It's now £2.89. That's euros. But that's an extreme case. Extreme profiteering the baskets. But beside the point. So be careful, look around. In the main, the taverners are still trying to keep prices down for the tourists. But unfortunately, a lot of bars and taverners have closed this winter. Some new ones have opened. Here in Akaravi, there's a new one opened that used to be Freddo's. Freddo's closed, this one opened. Middle of Akaravi, called Tails, I think it's called. A poser's bar, obviously, same as Freddo's was. It's not cheap, but it's busy, and you go there to see and be seen. And then you've got Hoverley opposite. They do nice food now. They didn't used to do food before. You can get nice bar snacks and things like that. Good food, quite reasonably priced. And as you go through the town, the village, well, it's a town, isn't it really? You'll find slight differences. For instance, there's one supermarket that's closed only because they bought the 2 bars adjourning and they're making one big supermarket, which will give us 3 or 4 supermarkets in town, which quite frankly is crazy. But there you go. Next thing I want to say, property prices. Now, property over here is going up slightly now. It's no longer a buyer's market. I've got a house for sale in Aguas Martinos, and some prat came and looked at it about a month ago, from the north of England. Here, lad, I'm here, I got money, I got cash. And he offered me 10 grand less than what I was asking. And the asking price I'm asking, 49,700 for the cottage, is cheap anyway. So he caught me in a drunken moment. Actually, I was in a bit of a stupor, come to think of it. Either way, I gave him a bit of discount. Yeah, that's my price, take it or leave it, he said. When he came back later to review what he'd offered, I told him to get on his bike. So it's now a seller's market, not a buyer's market. I had one chap here recently, he's came over, stayed downstairs. He's bought an apartment in Pelicas for €12,000. As I tried to tell him, but he wouldn't listen, buying an apartment over here is fraught with danger. Unless it's a proper apartment block, which is still dangerous to buy apartments, because you don't know really who's responsible for what. And if it's a property that's been converted into apartments, it could quite possibly be illegal. Because over here, before you can sell anything, you have to legalise it. And that can cost you anything up to, I don't know, €5,000 to the seller, not to the buyer. So buy now if you're going to buy, because prices are going up and it is now becoming a seller's market. Okay? Another thing I want to tell you about is quad bikes. Ha. Now there's a move to ban quad bikes over here because they're considered quite dangerous. The bikes themselves aren't dangerous, it's the prats that rent them. I mean, you get a gang of people rent 4 or 5 bikes, they're 50cc, they put 3 people on each bike, which is illegal, and then they nose to tail like a convoy. There's no room in between them for cars to pass, and hence, as our roads aren't very good anyway, they cause accidents. I've also seen quad bikes with 4-year-old, 3-year-old children sitting on front of the parent steering the bike. No crash helmets, no nothing. They're mad, absolutely mad. We've got potholes in the road here that you could build an apartment house in, and you can't see them until you're on top of them. So please, if you do rent a quad bike, at the moment I think you can still rent one, but we are trying to stop them. Not we, I'm not, I don't give a shit. Some people are. And wear crash helmets, eh? Be careful and be considerate of other road users. Right, now a little bit on here, I've included here a view of the local hospital. A lot of people ask me what the medical situation is over here. Whilst I have done videos about it, having now spent 2 weeks virtually living in a hospital, looking after my wife, I've got more experience. The hospitals are very short of money. Mind you, we've got the richest politicians. I wonder why. But they're short of money. I mean, single bed sheets are sometimes a double sheet torn in half. You're better off to take your own pillow in because there's a shortage of pillows. And relatives are allowed to stay in the wards around the clock because there's no nurses to care for the inpatients, which is a shame. However, the nurses and staff that are there, they work like dogs. They work their fingers off. And they're really good. You do get all the care you need. You get 3 damn good meals a day, including the relatives that are staying, if there's food there enough to spare. I mean, a bit of dry bread, okay, and a glass of water. That's not bad, is it? But you are looked after. The doctors are great, and I'm very, very pleased with the health service here. You can rent private nurses. A private nurse will cost you between 50 and 60 euros a day or a night to stay with your relative who's inside, so you can go off and get pissed. Okay. Also on here, somewhere in this little clip, I've done a shot of Marina because the views from the 3rd floor of the hospital are spectacular. So I filmed it from sun up right through to sunset. Only a few moments, but it's something interesting to look at, isn't it? Okay. So property prices are on the rise. Come over and buy. Now, while we're still in the EU, it's easier. And do wear crash helmets on your bikes. In Rhoda, Oscar's is still open, where I drink all the time. So if you want to come and say hello, you usually find me in Oscar's in Rhoda. And it's great. Come and see us. I'm sorry this is such a small, simple film, but that's how it is at the moment. So thank you for watching. I hope that's been information good for you and helpful. I'll see you all soon. Bye. Bye. Cheers.